And Louise, Nita, Karen, Kerry, Margaret, Sandra, Shona. Hello, girls. Okay then, so another nice yin class with a couple of wee extras thrown in the night. So let's start with Reclined Butterfly, a nice wee easy one to get started. So we're going to do it slightly different this time. So normally we put the pillows or cushions underneath the back of the knees. This time we're going to put them on our back. So we're going to place a couple of cushions, one on top of each other. I'm just going to turn this round a wee bit so you see. One on top of each other. A wee blanket where your bum's going to be. And then you're going to come and lie down. So bring those pillows right up to your lower back and take your time to come down. Now, if you want to, if your hips are a wee bit tender or sore or a bit tight, pop another wee pillow or cushion underneath the back of the knees as well to kind of soften that out slightly. Now make sure as well that your head is supported with your pillows and your chin's kind of tucked in. If you feel that your neck still goes back a little bit, maybe just put a little rolled up blanket or that behind the neck, or a wee cushion there, and soles of the feet together, let those knees come out to the side. Alright then, arms quite wide this time, so you're going to take them a little wider away from the body so that you can feel a nice gentle stretch across the front of the chest and into the arms. I'm quite close to that wall, so I probably can't get that right hand out as much. And then we are just going to relax here, let the body just settle. Get a nice opening through the front, so hips, chest, maybe a bit through the shoulders and a little bit into the back also. Okay, close the eyes, let your breath settle, and start to switch off. If you do find that your hips get a little bit sore here or feel a bit tired, then you could stretch the legs out long or bring the knees together and the feet a bit wider. Just the kind of usual way to help you stretch off the legs or the hips if they get too much. We're here just to try and let the nervous system start to slow down and let it be less active. So just to try and soften the mind as well as the body. Maybe you can walk your arms a wee bit higher up to get more of a stretch into the front of the chest and maybe a little bit through the front of the arms, a little rotator cuff. See how that feels. All right then, let's bring the arms down first of all. Just relax those shoulders. And then grab behind those thighs, bring those knees together. Keep the knees together, heel toe the feet out towards the outside. Just let those knees touch and we'll just stay here for about a minute here. You just turn your palms to face up if that feels comfortable in your shoulders. Tuck that chin back in and let that internal stretch happen on the hips a little bit here. Good time to really notice where there is like a bit of tension, a bit of tightness. And just use the breath just to try and soften through the body. Or help it relax a little more. All right then, let's open up those knees and turn the palms face down. Give those legs a wee bit of a window wipe. Just to get that little ease off. All right then, we'll come straight into deer pose from here because it's kind of already set up for that. So bring the knees back up, heel toe the feet together and drop the legs to one side and bring yourself up just briefly. All right then, you're going to bring whatever's probably I'd say the closest leg to you to the front and take the other leg back. So I've done my left leg forward, right leg back, and tuck that pillows up against your hip. Take the nearest arm to you just to the side and the other fingertips to the shoulder. So you're just going to twist and open and twist and open. Okay, on the next one, twist and stay. And then if it's easy for you, you're going to bring the ear closest to the pillow down. So the same ear as your bent front leg. And that kind of makes it a wee bit easier. You're going to get more of a stretch down that opposite hip. But if you find you're okay with your neck, you can turn the head and come onto that opposite ear. So you're looking to behind you. Now that's a wee bit tighter on the thoracic and the back and the spine. But if you find you can sit there happily enough, we'll stay here for 3 minutes on this side. So if you're in the twist, I'll go give you a nod about a minute before finishing so that you can come out of it. Now you can also pop some pillows, some bricks at the top of your pillow as well. So if you find that the pillow's too low, lift it up a little bit at the bottom to turn the head round, and that will maybe make it a wee bit easier. So it's bringing the cushions a bit closer to you. So that's an option to make it a little bit kind of more accessible for everybody as well. Okay, let's stay here then, girls, and find that wee twist through the body if you are on the opposite ear. And see if you can just relax the shoulders, especially when you're turning the head. You might find that you're bringing your shoulders up towards your ear, so you want to try and relax them if you can. Easier said than done, but see how you go on. And you might find also you're getting a wee squishy feeling through the liver or the stomach, which is actually one of the main purposes of this particular move, because it does give an aspect of detoxification through the liver and the stomach also, which is great if you've not had your tea, but if you have eaten something, you might find that can be a wee bit uncomfortable. So see how you get on. Okay, turn the head if you have got that wee twist and bring your ear back to the pillows. Okay then girls, let's come out of this side. I'm just going to gently walk yourself all the way back up again. And take those hands behind. Give it a wee window wipe just to stretch it off a wee bit. Okay then, let's do the other side then. So I'll just turn my pillows round for ease, but you can just flip your body around if you wanted to instead. Okay then, opposite leg forward and leg back. Pillows right up against your hip. And place that hand nearest to the pillows to the floor. Okay, twist and open and twist and open. Twist and stay, hands come down. Okay, easy option, that first ear closest to you, or turn the head round for that extra twist through the body and look to the back of your mat. Okay then, another 3 minutes, girls, to this side. Okay, turn the head if you've been on that opposite ear. All right then, girls, let's come out of this one. So just slowly bringing yourself all the way up. Pop those pillows out the way a wee second. We'll just give the legs a quick wee window wipe and then do a couple of wee side stretches and stuff. All right then, come and sit. So cross the legs a wee second. Take the hands to the knees. We'll just do a circle round just to ease out that back and things a wee bit. And then go round the other way. All right then, let's do a couple of twists. So we'll take a big inhale first, and then we're going to twist to that right side. So just take a wee look over that right shoulder, nice long spine, and just twist there. And we'll turn the head and take a wee look over your opposite shoulder. So get a stretch through that neck and the top of the spine. And then back over to that right side. And then coming forward, take a big inhale, reach it up, twist to the left side. And again, hold that there, nice long spine. Turning the head, look over that right shoulder. And then back over to the left side. And coming all the way forward, give another wee stretch up. And bring the hands down. Okay, we're going to do a side stretch with the pillows. So bring the pillows back to your, let's say your right hip then. And a couple, you might need a brick and a block as well, but we'll see how you go on. So we're just going to place the forearm down onto your pillows, and then you're just going to reach over your top left arm, but you're not going to keep it there. So, because that'll get, you can really stay there for 3 minutes, but you want to create that shape. Once you've got that shape, just let that top arm rest. And if you can stay there and it feels relatively fine, we're going to stay here for 2 minutes to give a stretch into that left side. Now, if you feel that you want a wee bit of support for your head, you can always bring your brick to the side, just maybe move that around so that you've got a wee bit of support to hold your head in place. And you're still pushing slightly away on that left side so that you're feeling that stretch around the lower back and into that left hip. Then you can give that a wee go if that feels comfortable enough, just to hold it there. 2 minutes, relaxing that left shoulder, but we're trying to open up this left ribs and back and hips a wee bit. Okay, just a couple of minutes, girls, if you can. See how you get on. The longer, we try and get through that 90 seconds anyway, kind of a minute and a half is where the magic happens in terms of this fascia stretching, getting into those, especially around this rib cage area and through this thoracic, if that feels okay for you. But these are areas that can get a wee bit tight. Hold what you can. Just kind of notice where you're feeling the stretch the most. So everybody will be really different. Hopefully you're feeling it round this area, ribs, lower back, kind of a bit through the psoas, which is that band of tendons that stretch from the lower back to the top of the thigh. So you might find that, because that can get quite tight if you sit a lot. And you might even feel a little bit of a squeeze on the right side slightly, and into the right hip a wee bit as well. You can feel when you start getting past that kind of 90-second mark, when it feel a little bit more uncomfortable, or in some cases starts to ease off of you. See how it is affecting you. Nearly there though. All right then, let's slowly coming up, nice and gently. Oh, right, we'll kind of give it a wee roll out in a wee second. We're just going to go straight into the other side. So bring those pillows round and set them up as well. Now, if you aren't feeling comfortable with cross leg, you can take them out a wee bit as well. This time then, whatever leg you've got in front, see if you can just switch and bring the opposite leg forward. It makes it a wee bit more awkward. But see how that feels. If it's no great, then just change it back. Okay, let's try again. So just place the forearm down first before you take your bricks. Lean over so you've got a little bit of that shape that you're trying to get. And then if it feels okay, bring the brick over, place the head on the brick and relax that right arm. Okay, well, let's see how you feel on this side. So again, you'll feel it maybe slightly differently, but hopefully you're getting it into that side. And then you don't need to come over too far for that to start to get that deeper stretch. And yeah, only a couple of minutes. It'll feel like ages maybe. Another 30 seconds then, girls. All right, then slowly come up nice and gently. Oh, okay, pop that off to the side, hands to the knees. Give that a gentle circle round. And maybe change your feet in again if you feel like you want to get back into your normal seating position. Roll it out. And round the other way. All right then, we are going to try to come forward now to give a stretch through the back. So if you still feel comfortable with your legs crossed, stay in that position. But if it is easier for you to take them into a straddle position, you'll do that, but that will kind of get more into your legs as well. But see how you feel. Okay, so bring the pillows forward. And just as we normally do, we just walk the hands in front of us and try and get your head towards your pillows. If that is too low for you, you can again just bring a brick and a block and things down and just place it onto the head. So we want to feel the stretch when we normally kind of come down, lie down. You don't even need your pillows. If you can normally come down in front of you with your hands in front, leave the pillows out. But you want to feel it across the top of your glutes, along your lower back as well. So it kind of stretches a lot of the back of the body because we've been working on the front, so the shoulders, the chest, the opening the front of the thighs, and some twists. So this one's going to get a little bit more into the back. Now, if you feel okay, let's stay here just a couple of minutes on this one. Always thinking about moving those pillows slightly forward once you're kind of a bit more settled, so that you've got a bit more space. If you feel you can go down further once you've been in it for about a minute and a half. All right, then start to come up, walk the hands back. All right, release those legs, take them wide again, window wipe them out slightly. Kind of a wee shake out. All right, we're going to stick with the back a wee second, and we're going to do a yin style puppy pose. So bring the legs round, and we're going to do this in different ways for everybody because it does depend on how you feel in this position. So puppy pose is on a tabletop position, so you can pad out where your knees are going to be, use your blanket. And if you feel okay in the shoulders, you're going to bring your pillows kind of underneath where your chest is and lay your arms in front and drop your head beyond the pillows so that your pillows are kind of just acting almost like a support underneath your chest. So I'll just pad that out a wee bit. and place the head here and drop the hands in front. Now, that's probably just slightly too high, but that's the kind of idea that you're trying to get. But if that doesn't feel comfortable for you there, the other option then is to place the pillows kind of long ways and just take your head into the pillow. Make sure you can breathe. Your hands can come over or to the side of a cactus so that you're kind of still feeling I've got a wee bit of support, but your head is higher up, so it's not coming all the way to the floor. So see what you feel like staying in to get that puppy position. And we're only staying here about a minute and a half, that kind of 90-second golden hour, golden amount of time to get the stretch. Now, cactus the arms if your shoulders are too tight. Just see how long you can stay. If it gets too much and your shoulders are a little bit achy, no enjoying that, then come out of it a bit sooner. Okay, girls, bring the hands down, bring yourself up, and come into a child's pose. So bring those pillows round the other way now, and get them between the thighs. Drop yourself down into a child's pose position. Come onto one ear and relax your back now. So give a good quick hug round your pillow so your shoulder blades are wide and you can sit back towards your heels as comfortable as possible. Again, you can always pop up a brick or a block at the top of your pillows to bring that higher. So if you can't always get your heels back towards, or your hips back towards your heels, lift the top part a wee bit and bring your head up, and that'll help a wee bit there as well. Okay, stay there and relax as much as you can. So again, it's a really good hip opener that stretches out the back at the same time. I'll give you a wee nod in a minute or so to turn the head the other way. Okay, girls, gently turn the head, come onto the opposite ear, and relax again, keeping those shoulder blades wide. Sit back even more towards the heels. Right, and turn the head and just let the top of your head come into your pillow. Make sure you can breathe again. Alright, then lift the head and gently sit back on your heels a wee second. Okay, we're going to come onto our bellies and maybe just take one thinner pillow and we're going to come into um, flapping fish. So use your blanket where your ribs and belly is going to be, and we're going to come on to our front, nice and gently, and you're going to bring up your left leg and place it onto your pillow in that kind of hip position if you can. So get your knee as close up towards your hip as you can. Make sure your foot's supported. It doesn't have to be too high, and it just kind of makes it a little bit softer as well. You can place your other pillow underneath your head if you want. And we're going to do a wee thread the needle slightly from here at the same time. So come on to your right ear. Take your right arm in front and you can stay here. So you're in this kind of thread the needle position. You can place, depending on your shoulder, your left arm kind of over in front of your face. Or if you have the capacity through the lower back, you can try and just give a wee twist and open up that left arm a wee bit more. Now, you might not get the arm all the way out or to the floor, but you could just twist. You could leave the hand on your belly and just twist gently to have a gentle look over that left shoulder. Now, that might be too much for some of you. See how you feel, where you want to go with it. More restorative is definitely in a thread the needle gentle position here. Or if you need that extra wee stretch through the back, see if you can just open up the spine just a little bit more. Okay then, let's see where you are and we'll stay here for a couple of minutes. If you have been in that kind of deeper twist, come back out of it and stay in that thread needle position for the last 30 seconds or so. Right then, let's pull that right arm back through so that you're facing forwards and then bring that left leg down. Or even just give the hips a wee shuggle and just ease out any tension there at the back. And then we'll do the other side. So pop that pillow over to the right side and bring up that right leg. Okay, so make sure that's nice and supported. And again, if you can, left arm goes through, coming on to that left ear, and the right hand can come over in front of the face. You can have a really good stretch and bring it behind, or you can open up the chest a wee bit more and do a deeper rotation through the spine. Again, that's a bit more challenging, especially in the back or any shoulders that are a wee bit tight. So that might be too much. See how you feel and stay wherever you can. Let's breathe, relax, try and keep that nervous system down. So don't stress the body too much and push to places that aren't really that comfortable to stay in for too long. All right, then. A couple of minutes, girls. Right, and if you're in that full twist, gently bring that right arm back over again. Place it in that thread needle position. We'll stay here just for about 30 seconds or so. All right, then let's come out of that then. So bringing that right hand down first, slide that left arm through, bring the right leg back down again. And take one hand on top of the other, drop the head onto the back of your hands, just jiggle those hips side to side. And then take yourself up and back into a wee child's pose just to stretch out the arms, send the hips back, and give a wee stretch through the body. All right then, hands by your side, coming up. Okay, coming into the final wee bit. So grab your brick and your block if you've got it. So you're kind of a wee bit higher. We'll do some hip flexor stretches. So just gently come down. You don't have to use two. You can always just use one. Don't need to use any, to be honest, for this one. But if you come up, it just gives you a wee bit more height. Pop those pillows out the way and pop that onto your sacrum for a wee bit of support. So just send you into that bridge position to begin with. And then keep the left leg where it is, bring the right knee in towards you. So if you can manage to get your hands round the outside of your shin, give that a wee squeeze, gently bringing it towards the chest or take it behind the thigh. That's a wee bit easier for you. Okay, so you're going to feel that hip flexor kick in pretty much straight away. So keep just adding that pressure to the outside of the shin, pulling the knee closer and closer towards the chest. Now we give the ankle on that right foot a wee circle while it's in that position. Just a nice gentle circle one way, a wee circle the other way. Just give that a little ease out. And then just pause. Alright then, add a little bit more on by stretching out that left leg if that feels okay for your lower back. If that's too much, give a wee bend in the knee and bring the foot a bit closer in. So just adjust that as you need it. You can stick the left toes up. Okay, keep the shoulders fairly relaxed. They're not going to be totally relaxed because they're actively holding that knee in place. Okay, see if we can hold it just for a few more breaths. And then slide that left leg back in again and then drop that right leg down. So just let it sit there a wee second. You'll feel that, that stretch. So just let it kind of settle. And then let's bring up the left leg. So bring that left knee in, give it a wee hug, and just draw it towards your chest. Okay, just stretch out the back a little bit. Shoulder blades wide. This gives you a bit of space. Pull that left knee in, add the pressure. And then you can stretch out that right leg if that feels okay for you. You're not going to quite enjoy that after that stretch, it's just hard. And then maybe give the ankle a little circle on that left foot. And then switch round the other way. And then just pause there. Hold it. Keep the shoulders relaxed. And then you've got the option now to keep that right leg where it is. Drop that left leg down, take the hands down by your side for support, and then stretch that left leg long as well. So you're just having that extended hip flexor stretch. See how that feels on your lower back. If that doesn't feel comfy, bring the feet in a wee bit and just use it as a kind of more extended bridge position. See how you feel. Hold just for a good few breaths here. Let's bring those feet back in to that bridge. All right, then hold it there a wee second. Let your lower back just settle. All right, then let's take it into bamboo garden. So knees in one at a time. Take those legs up. That'll be flex and point the toes. Give the feet a wee circle as well if you feel that that's what your body needs. If not, just pause. Let the legs move or sway, or they might be totally dead still. And let's gently let those legs start to flop over a wee bit if that feels okay and just natural. Don't worry if they don't move. You can always bend the knees if you feel that that would be better, especially if you've got tight hamstrings. All right then, let's hold it there. The hamstrings definitely get a wee stretch at the same time when you're in this position. Go slow, just bring those feet back up towards the ceiling. And then bend those knees, bring the feet back to the floor. And just hold it there a wee second, let that just settle. All right, lifting the hips, take one brick away at a time if you've got more than one. And then the other one. Just relax. All right, then bring the knees into the chest. Give it a wee hug. Rolling it round. And round the other way. All right, then keep the big toes touching. And then take the knees wide. Give those knees a wee circle round and out. And switch the other way. All right. Right then, girls. Drop the feet and come into Shavasana. So if you want to just stay here, if you're warm enough, you can pop up a couple of pillows behind the knees and just let the legs come all the way over. Maybe a cushion or that or blanket behind the head to soften out the neck. And eye pillows if you've got them. Blankets on top if that's what you want to keep you nice and comfy and cosy. And then close eyes. Relax the shoulders. Relax the belly. Let the legs feel really heavy. And let's just switch off for a few minutes here. Let the body absorb all that work. And the thing is, yin's so subtle, but the changes that it can create in your flexibility, in your movement, can be really, good. I just want you to focus on the breathing in this Shavasana. Focus on that cool air as you breathe in through the nostrils. Think about that warm air as you breathe out. And then just give an extra focus on the exhale. As you're exhaling, just feel your shoulders heavier. Feel that decompression of the chest. Feel the relaxation through the spine. Let the legs and the arms feel heavier with every exhale. And girls, let's give those fingers and toes a wee wiggle. And then just walking the feet together. You can stretch overhead if that feels good for your body. And then bring the feet onto your pillows. You can give that a wee window wipe. And then if you feel like bring the knees into the chest, bring them up. Give a wee hug in a circle round. Switching the other way as well. Alright, and pop those pillows out the road a second. Bringing the feet to the floor. Come on to one side. Keeping the eyes closed, bring yourself up to a seated position. Rub the palms together, warm them up. Cover them over the eyes. And then slowly open the eyes inside your palms. Widen the fingers to let the light in and bring the hands to heart center. So thank you, everybody. Namaste. Thank you, girls. Hopefully you enjoyed that. I'll see you Thursday or next week. Take care. Have a good week. Bye-bye.
Thanks, Marissa.
Thanks, darling. See you soon. Bye. Bye, Karen.